Today, the 2nd of October, we in the Vignans University are celebrating the 151st birth anniversary of the father of our nation, Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, or popularly called as Mahatma Gandhi, or even Bapu in some parts of the country. This is a very momentous occasion. Every year in this university, we celebrate the birth anniversaries of our leaders, our scientists, our engineers, and all other statesmen who have contributed to the nation building. In fact, last year, that is in 2019, it happened to be the 150th birth anniversary of Mahatma Gandhi. The entire week, starting from the end of September to the 2nd of October, we had a series of events spread over the week. Each day focused on a particular theme which reflected the Gandhian values, Gandhian thoughts, Gandhian philosophies, and all that movement which our father of nation steered to make this country free from the clutches of the British Raj. That was last year. Again this year, notwithstanding the COVID-19 pandemic, we thought we should celebrate the 151st birth anniversary of Mahatma through online by conducting various competitions amongst the students, starting from the 2nd of October to about 6th of October 2020. Why we are doing all this? It's very simple. Mahatma Gandhi, as you all know, the father of our nation, has single-handedly spearheaded various movements in this country to ensure that this country is free from the 200 years of colonial rule. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi prescribed that the masses who are attending his meetings should take oath or vow for Hindu-Muslim unity. The oath reads like this: "With God as witness, we Hindus and Mohammedans declare that we shall behave towards one another as children of the same parents, that we shall have no differences, that the sorrows of each shall be the sorrows of the other, and that each shall help the other in removing them. We shall respect each other's religion and religious feelings and shall not stand in the way of our respective religious practices. We shall always refrain from violence to each other in the name of religion." In fact, this particular oath or vow which our Mahatma Gandhi used to administer to the masses during all his meetings is very much relevant even today, even after say 100 years ago. I am talking about the Hindu-Muslim unity which our Mahatma spread throughout his lifespan. Another great movement like the Hindu-Muslim unity is the non-cooperation movement. In fact, he wanted all the sections of the society, whether it's a Hindu or a Muslim, to observe non-cooperation against the British so that the end result will be achievable in a foreseeable future. But there were some sections of the Hindu community who are not cooperating with the Mahatma for reasons that Muslims used to kill the cows. Imagine, this is again very much relevant even today. For that, our Mahatma said, "I submit that the Hindus may not open the Goraksha," that is a cow protection question here. "The test of friendship is assistance in adversity, and that too unconditional assistance. Cooperation that needs consideration is a commercial contract and not friendship. Confidential cooperation is like adulterated cement which does not bind. It is the duty of the Hindus, if they see the justice of the Mohammedan cause, to render cooperation. If the Mohammedans feel themselves bound in honor to spare the Hindus' feelings and to stop cow killing, they may do so, no matter whether the Hindus cooperate with them or not. Though, therefore, I yield to no Hindu in my worship of the cow, I do not want to make the stoppage of cow killing a condition precedent to cooperation. Unconditional cooperation means the protection of cow. Why I brought out these two movements, mainly the Hindu-Muslim unity and the non-cooperation movement, because these two are the major movements, in addition to very many movements which Mahatma and his supporters ensured in their path towards attaining the independence on the 15th of August 1947. So, students, that is the very reason we celebrate every year the birth anniversary of our father of our nation, to bring home the point that we need to have tolerance. Whether you are in the university or you are at home, tolerance is the basic ingredient. Whether the other student is a Muslim or a Hindu or a Christian or a Sikh, we should remember our Mahatma, who said, with the unity among the Hindu and Muslims only, this country will be free from the shackles of the British Raj, and the country will grow in leaps and bounds. On this very important occasion, I extend my greetings to all of you, and may the spirit of Mahatma, may the philosophy, the principles and values of Mahatma permeate in all of us in our day-to-day life. Jai Hind.
Today we are celebrating 151st birthday anniversary of one of the greatest human beings on this planet, namely Mahatma Gandhi. His life is an example of simple living and high thinking. He has practiced what he wanted to preach. His life is an open book for anyone to observe and emulate. He used truth and non-violence as weapons in the freedom struggle against the British. He obtained independence for our motherland through these weapons. He not only practiced what he wanted to preach, but made a number of followers great like him. And in the struggle for independence, most of them who were followers of Mahatma Gandhi have sacrificed their life for achieving freedom to this great country. On the eve of his birth centenary, on the eve of 151st birth centenary, even if we emulate a small portion of his life, his practices, that itself is a great tribute to this great son of India. Thank you.
Mahatma Gandhi, on his 151st birthday, is still relevant to this world. A man who loved villages, a man who united India, a man who taught self-respect to Indians, is very much relevant to India and at world at large. He is the person who has shown the world how to win a war without firing a single bullet. He is the man who has given the idea and hope to billions of people across the world to fight for their freedom and justice. A man who has given a push for the freedom movements across the world in multiple countries, starting from most of the African countries all the way to civil rights movement in America as well. He is very much relevant today because once again, after the COVID pandemic, we should realize how much value we should put into our own villages, how much self-respect we should have about ourselves so that we can come back and rise above this economic crisis that we are having around us. He is very much relevant today. There is a whole idea of Gandhi that people of India and the world have in their head, that is a person who is non-violent and very much a calm person. But underneath that non-violence and calmness, he is one of those fiercest person who has stood by his values all through his life and who has shown the world, yes, there is a way to fight a war. There is a way to show your enemy. It is not by use of any foul language or any of these immoral practices, but actually by rising above your enemy and showing them the better moral practices. You can show it to the enemy and we can make the enemies see themselves in the mirror, what they have become. In that way, he has won the freedom movement for India, and whatever the stepping stones he has laid for us in the years later on, in the last 70 years or so after we got independence, the reason most of the world looks towards India for its achievements, mainly because of very diverse population which we have, but still we are united as one. It is because of what Mahatma Gandhi has laid, how much that India as a one nation idea has been created by him. That is what has laid the foundation for us. He has also shown what path we should take and how we should fight, what form we should fight, how non-violence can be used, how we should fight against the injustice. These are the ideas that he has given to this country, and this is the reason why most of the other countries look at India, with which this great democracy functions. So, to all the students and to all the viewers who are watching this, we have these fantasies about or these ideas in our head wherein we only think to achieve something. It is only through these battles or through these wars that we can only achieve. But no, here is a man who has shown the world and who is actually born in this country that it can be achieved. A lot of things can be achieved with dialogue, with peace, with taking a morally high ground. So these are the ideas that all of us, mainly the youth of this country, should imbibe in themselves going forward in their careers. These are the values that will take this country to greater heights in the coming years together. So I hope all the youth of this country once again relive the memories, reread the history of what Mahatma Gandhi has done in his lifetime and what he has left after he has passed away. Those are the lessons that any of us can take from his life and actually practice in our lifetime, either practicing truth, practicing peace, being just, or having a high moral values. These are all the things that we should practice in this current situation. I hope you all will do that. And once again, on his 151st birthday, I hope we will live up to the expectations of all the Indians will live up to the expectations of what Mahatma Gandhi has thought about us. Thank you very much.
మహాత్మా గాంధీ గుడి తరఫున గాంధీ జయంతి శుభాకాంక్షలు. మోహన్ దాస్ కరమ్చంద్ గాంధీ. ఈజ్ he a politician? Is he a freedom fighter? Is he an economist? Is he a social reformer? Is he an educationalist? Can we attribute any ism to him? Can we frame him in any ideology? To me, he is a great humanist. Towards the goal of political independence, he tread the path of non-violence. He was a great social scientist who stressed social equality and fought against discrimination based on caste. He led medical contingents in Boer War. He participated in campaigns against plague. He personally treated the leprosy patients while in Vardha Ashram. It is he who said Swachh Bharat should go hand in hand with Swechha Bharat. As an educationalist, his Naya Talim pleaded for character building as goal of education. As an economist, he underlined the theory of village self-sufficiency, Gram Swaraj, Khadi and trusteeship. He is the one who told earth has enough for everyone's need but not to cater to anyone's greed. So long we believe that truth is God and non-violence, that is ahimsa, is the means to reach it, Mahatma is alive. Whenever someone says practice before preaching, then again appears Gandhi the Mahatma. If anyone says the means should be pure to justify the end, it remains as for Bapu. Hate the sin, not the sinner. Strive for transformation of your opponent's heart. Each word of his had the element of humanity. It is Bal Gangadhar Tilak who said to him, "You are a saint." It is Subhash Chandra Bose who first addressed him, "Father of the Nation," in 1945. It is the indigo farmers who addressed him, Bapu. It is Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore who called him Mahatma, the great soul. Today we are here to remember such a great personality who took pride for being born as Indian, who spread the spirit of love, who identified himself with the masses and whose imprints are there in every walk of life. Jai Hind, Jai Gandhi.